نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم ورب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. So today we will continue with the Sarf session. Last week I completed the emphasis at Taaqeed. I mentioned to you last week that when it comes to ism, we used inna, and this was covered. Inna is used for emphasizing an ism. Now, when it comes to fi'lul mudaare, then you are using for at-taaqeed, you are using noon thaqila or noon khafifa. So the noon which is having shadda over it, this noon is called noon thaqila, heavy noon. And the noon which has just sukoon over it, it's called noon khafifa. So when these noon, they come with fi'lul mudaare, then they create an emphasis, a taaqeed. Okay? As I mentioned earlier, Arabic is a very language that in which you can easily express the emotions. So here for Taaqeed, you will be using such letters when it comes to fi'l al-mudaare. Now, just focus on my slides today, and if you have any doubt, ask a question before I move to another slide. It is very important. Few things I will be repeating, which was done, which was completed earlier. But many times there are confusion in the students because similar things come in Sarf, so people get confused. I do not want this confusion in any of you. So I have made the slides in such a way that inshallah there should be no confusion, but if there is any, or you are mixed up with something else, some other topic, then you can clarify by typing a question before I move to the second slide. Now, at-taaqeed can be for mudaare, which was done last week, and it is using noon thaqila or noon khafifa. So you can do that taaqeed for normal fi'l al-mudaare. For example, yaf'ala, yaf'alu, yaf'alani, all those things. Okay, you can do taaqeed for that. When you do taaqeed for normal fi'l al-mudaare, then noon thaqila and noon khafifa, they come as suffix. So they are attached to the end of the fi'l. But in the beginning of the fi'l, there is lam also attached, which is called lamut taaqeed. So whenever you have to do emphasis in al-mudaare, fi'l al-mudaare, you have to use this combination of lamut taaqeed and noonut taaqeed. Both are, they come together, and they come together with fi'l al-mudaare, the normal fi'l al-mudaare. Okay? Now, when it comes to amr, in amr, only noon thaqila and noon khafifa is used for taaqeed. only noon thaqila and noon khafifa is used for a taaqeed. So you have already learned amr, but I'm going to repeat today for your revision. Okay, so I will repeat amr today, and then we will see how you can emphasize the amr more, and you will use noon thaqila and noon khafifa to create that emphasis. You will not use lam al-ta'qeed with amr. Lam al-ta'qeed and noon al-ta'qeed, this combination only goes with normal fi'l al-mudari. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? So ta'qeed can also be done for nahi. So if you look at Mudaare, see in Mudaare covers the meaning of present and future. Now, what are the different types of Mudaare that you can imagine? One is the normal Mudaare, which will include any action in the present form or in the future tense. Then what else you can imagine is the order, which is amr, or a strong recommendation. And other thing is the nahi, which means the forbidding order. Okay, so these are the three things that normally comes when it comes to the future and the present tense. Okay, so here when it comes to nahi also, then also you will use noon thaqila and noon khafifa only. There is no need of lam al-ta'qeed. This means the amr and nahi do not depend on lam al-ta'qeed to create emphasis. Only noon thaqila and noon khafifa are sufficient. Is it clear? Okay. So this is what you learned last week in the Sarf class, that to create an emphasis in fi'l al-mudari, you will prefix lam al-ta'qeed. For example, yaf'alu, you will put lam al-ta'qeed before it, and you will either put noon thaqila or you will put noon thaqila, khafifa. Okay, so this will give la yaf'alanna. If you attach it to yaf'alu, so it will become la yaf'alanna. There is one thing you need to notice, brothers and sisters. The original mudari was yaf'alu. The original mudari was yaf'alu, but when the emphasis is at the letters of emphasis are attached, then it is yaf'alanna. So the lam kalima, which is usually taking dhamma, because fi'l al-mudari is in the rafa form normally, but when you attach ta'qeed to that, then it doesn't take dhamma, rather it becomes fatha. So you will say la yaf'alanna. It doesn't mean that it has, the fi'l have gone into the nasab state or it is mansub. No. But this is how whenever the noon thaqila or noon khafifa is attached, it is not la yaf'alunna, rather it is la yaf'alanna. In the same way, la yaf'alan. So this is what you have learned last week. Okay, that when you attach noon khafifa or noon thaqila along with lam al-ta'qeed, then it creates an emphasis. This part was done last week. For ta'qeed, of fi'l al-mudari, you attach lam al-ta'qeed and noon thaqila or nun khafifa. Now we will look at al-amr. How do you emphasize amr? Now, before I go into emphasizing amr, I will talk about amr just for your revision. Okay? Because it is several days that amr was done. It's a few weeks ago. Okay, what is amr? How many types of amr have you learned? Can you answer? How many types of amr have you learned? Two, mashallah. Okay, good, good. Can you name them, please? Failul amr and lamul amr. Mashallah, very good. So you have learned failul amr, lamul amr. Now I will again go through them just once. Okay, just as a revision. Now, let me explain you what is failul amr. Failul amr is a command. It's a command or order, and normally command or order is given to the second person, to the person whom you are talking to, al-mukhatab. So failul amr is only for the second person. It is not valid for myself as a first person. It is not valid for the third person. You will not give order to the third person. You give order to the person whom you are addressing. That is very common sense. Also, when it comes to failul amr, it is only for al-ma'ruf, for ma'ruf only, not for majhul, because majhul is passive. Now, in passive tense, you do not directly address the person. Okay? So it is invalid for majhul also. This shows that in Arabic language, failul amr are only 6. 3 for masculine, 3 for feminine. They are only 6 out of 14 types, right? So there are only 6 types of failul amr. You know this very well. Let me talk about lamul amr now. Now, in Arabic language, the Arabic grammarians, something similar to failul amr, they call it as lamul amr, but they made this specifically for first person and third person. They made this specifically for first person and third person. And this is called lamul amr. And this is denoted by letter li. Li is lamul amr. This li is not harfu jar li, which you used with in the first book a lot. Okay, this li is lamul amr. Okay. Now, do not get confused with lamut taaqeed, brothers and sisters. Lamut taaqeed, which just few minutes before I spoke about that. The one that goes with noon thaqila or noon khafifa, but only goes with failul mudaare. And what is that? Is it li or la? That lamut taaqeed, is it li or la? It is la. Not la, it is la. Okay? Yes. So do not get confused. Do not get mixed up. That's why I told you in the beginning that if you have any confusion on any slide, or you are lost or you are mixed up, because so many lams are coming here. So please ask a question and before moving to the next slide. Okay? So this lamul amr is only coming with first person and third person. And it is letter li. And the effect of this lamul amr is it will make the fi'lul mudaare, it will make into the halat of jazam. It will take it into the halat of jazam. Okay. It is one of the huruf ul jazima, which we already covered in few weeks ago. Okay. So this is fi'lul amr. Sorry, lamul amr. And since it is for first and third person, it gives the meaning of strong recommendation. It gives the meaning of strong recommendation. So let us see the difference between fi'lul amr and lamul amr. Now, fi'lul amr is only for mukhatab, second person. It is only valid for ma'ruf. It cannot be valid for majhul. And lamul amr, which is letter li, it is valid for third person and first person, and only ma'ruf. Okay. Sorry, it is valid for both ma'ruf and majhul. Okay. First and third person, and it is in the halat of jazm. Okay. It makes the fail in halat, it takes the fail into halatul of jazm. So this is the difference between fi'lul amr and lamul amr. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Okay. Now let me see. Let me show you the conjugation, which will include both fi'lul amr and lamul amr. Al mukhatab. So we will talk first about fi'lul amr, which is only for second person. So unsur, yani help. What does unsur means? Help. It's an order. It's fi'lul amr. What is the antuma form of it? Unsura, very good. Then antum. Unsuru, very good. Anti. Unsuri. Antuma. Unsura and unsurna. Very good. Now this is fi'lul amr. Now, when it comes to third person, al-ghaib, and first person, al-mutakallim, you will use lamul amr. Now, what will be the huwa version of same nasara? MashaAllah, MashaAllah, very good. Liyansur, very good, Sister Nahid. Liyansur. Okay. Then, huma. Liyansura. Now, what is the meaning of liyansur? He should help. A strong recommendation. He should help. Liyansura. Then, hum. Liyansuru. Here. Litansura. Sister Zakia. Litansur. Very good. Litansur. Huma. Litansura. Hunna. Hunna. Very good, Sister Asma. Very good. Liyansurna. Liyansurna. Very good. First person. Liyansur. Very good. Then Nahnu. Linansur. Masha. So you are good in this. This is Amr. I'm only calling this Amr here. Ma'ruf. Why I'm only calling Amr? Because this slide contains both Fi'lul Amr and Fi'lul Mudaare with Lamul Amr. So these two columns, they are strong recommendations, and this is the actual order and command, which is always to the second person. Okay. Now, let us look into how will you create an emphasis for an Amr. So as I mentioned, similar to Mudaare, Amr also works with both Thaqila and Noon Khafifa, but it does not require Lamut Taaqeed. It is not dependent on Lamut Taaqeed. Lamut Taaqeed only goes with Fi'lul Mudaare, normal Fi'lul Mudaare. Okay, so let's do the conjugation now with Noon Thaqila for Fi'lul Amr first. Okay, let me help you because I do not expect you to do that correctly. Now, when it comes to Anta, it was Unsur, right? Without emphasis. So here it will be Unsuranna. Unsuranna. So you will just put Noon Thaqila after that. Unsuranna. Now, what do you expect now? Antuma. So, okay, it's a good guess. It will not be not unsuranna, rather it will be unsurani. Normally you see when it comes to dual, it will be unsurani. Okay, unsurani. What about antum? Any guess? Unsurunna, mashallah, unsurunna, very good. Anti? Anti? Unsurinna, very good. Unsurinna, mashallah. Then again, antuma, unsurani. Okay, antunna, tell me. So yesterday I explained to you that when it comes to this, where noon is the part of Arab, there you do what you do is you do not omit when it is part of Arab, you omit the noon. But here you will not. This is not Arab when it comes to the plural forms of feminine. So what will be? And very good, mashallah, mashallah, very good. Unsurnani, mashallah. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? This is Fi'lul Amr with mukhatab, with emphasis. Fi'lul Amr with emphasis, with Noon Thaqila. Now, how do you translate this? Now, don't go take these translations. Now, this is okay. I cannot express this in English. So you can only increase this number of exclamatory marks. Help. It's like it has emphasis in that. Okay. Okay. So this is how you can translate it. Now, let's go to the Lamul Amr. Now guess for the Hua, what will be the Lamul Hua version? with emphasis? Okay, no problem. I do not expect you. So it will be liyans. Yes, good. Liyansuranna. So it was liyansur, right? Before, without the emphasis, it was liyansur. So you are just putting noon thaqila after that. So this will automatically take haraka because you cannot pronounce otherwise properly. So you have to put fatha over it. Liyansuranna. Liyansuranna. Huma? Very good. Liyansurani. Okay, so liyansuranna means he should have with some emphasis, okay? Double emphasis. Remember, noon thaqila gives double emphasis. Noon khafifa gives single emphasis. Okay? Noon thaqila gives double emphasis. Noon khafifa gives single emphasis. Liyansurani hum. Liyansurunna. Not liyansurunna, not liyansurunna. Very good. Liyansurunna here. Liyansurunna, then here. Litansuranna, litansuranna, no, litansuranna. So what is the difference between huwa and here? That starts with ya and this starts with ta. That's all. Because this is ta of feminine ta, that is ya for the masculine. Litansuranna. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Huma? Litansurani, mashallah. Hunna. Liyansurnani, mashallah. MashaAllah, very good. You all can teach Arabic now. First person. Li'ansuranna, very good. Then, nahnu. Linansuranna, very good. Excellent. Is this clear? So this is Amr with Noon Khafif, Thaqila. Amr with Noon Thaqila. Now we will look at Amr with Noon Khafifa. Amr with Noon Khafifa. Again, we'll go to Mukhatab first. Now tell me, what will be the Anta with Noon Khafifa? Unsuran, mashallah, very good. Unsuran. Next. So unsuran means help, again, with single emphasis, okay? Okay, so Siraj is not correct. Tasneem is not, Sister Tasneem is not correct. Sister Hasiba is not correct. Anyone can give me, Sister Asma is not correct. Anyone can give me correct answer. Sister Sufia is not correct. Even Abdul Hussain is not correct. This is the correct answer. You forgot? What did I say about Noon Khafifa last week? What did I say about Noon Khafifa of last in last week. Not valid for duals and not valid for hunna and so not valid for duals and not valid for feminine plurals. That is the easiest thing to remember. Not valid for duals and not valid for feminine plurals. Okay. Now, okay. Antum. Unsurun, mashallah. Anti. Unsurin, very good. Antuma. Not valid. Good. Antunna. Okay, not valid. Okay. That's good. Okay, now let's go to the with lam al amr. Now, what is the Hua version of with lam al amr? Liyansuran, not saran, liyansuran, not liyansurun, liyansuran. Okay, actually it was liyansur. So you are just adding the nun, so it will become liyansuran. Okay, again the musanna will be, huma will be invalid. Good. Hum. Liyansurun. Liyansurun. Hiya. Litan, not surun. Litan suran. Litan suran. And huma is not valid. Hunna is not valid. Ana. Liansuran. Then nahnu. Linansuran. Is this clear, brothers and sisters? Okay. So we have covered Amr with Noon Thaqila Ma'roof. Amr with Noon Khafifa Ma'roof. Now what is left? When it comes to Amr of Majhul, what is it? Is there any Failul Amr there? When it comes to Majhul? Is there any? No. So what is there when it comes to Majhul? What is there in when it comes to Majhul? When it comes to Amr? Lam al Amr only. Very good. Okay. Before we do the emphasis, let's revise again Majhul form of Amr. Okay. So it will be liyunswar. Right? Liyunswar. Hua version. Liyunswar. Then liyun. This is without emphasis, without noon thaqila or noon khafifa. This is without emphasis. Liyun swara hum Liyung, no, no, not liyung saru. It cannot be saruna. Okay. Liyung saru. Then here, here. He no. Litunsar. Very good. Litunsar. Huma again li. Huma. Litunswara. Very good. Then hunna. No. No. Liyung. Liyung swarna. Liyung swarna. Only Sister Asma and Sister Nahida. No, Sister Nahida also made a mistake. Okay. Okay. Liyung swarna. Good. Okay. Anta. No, this is majhul, Sister Asma. Litunsar. Antuma. Litunsara. Good. Antum. Litunsaru. Then anti. Litunsari. Litunsara. Then antunna. Very good. Litunsarna. Very good. Ana. Liunsar. Very good. Nahnu. Linunsar. Very good. Now this is what he should be helped. This is majhul. Now let's do with noon. Faqila. Okay, start now. Oh, so here is the answer. Liyung soranna. So it was liyung sor before. Now it will be liyung soranna. Now he should be helped. Again, it is same but with some emphasis. Okay. Liyung soranna. Huma. Liyun sorani. Very good. Hum. Liyun sarunna. Very good. Hiya. Litun soranna. Then huma. Litun sorani. Hunna. No, with liyunsarnani, very good. Liyunsarnani. Okay. Anta. Litunsaranna. Very good. Antuma litunsarani. Antum litunsarunna. Tunsarinna. Litunsarani. Litunsarnani. Liunsaranna. Linunsaranna. Okay. Okay. Noon khafifa. So this will be liyunsaran. Then nohuma. Liyunsarun. Litunsaran. Nohuma. No hunna version. Anta litunsaran. Nohum antuma litunsarun. Litunsarin. Then these two are not valid. Liunsaran. Linunsaran. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Is this noon khafifa slide is clear to you? Okay. I'm going to the next slide. So you already finished last week this Taaqeed of Mudaare. Taaqeed of Mudaare, Fi'l al-Mudaare requires Lam al-Taaqeed and Noon Thaqila or Noon Khafifa. Then Al-Amr only requires Noon Thaqila or Noon Khafifa. Doesn't depends on the Lam al-Taaqeed. Then inshallah we will cover An-Nahi. But before that, okay, can you take this as a homework? Okay, if you can take this as a homework, it will save our time. Otherwise, a lot of time will be gone here. Okay, so I will now share with you another slide. Okay, you are able to see the slide. Are you able to see the slide? No? Okay. Yeah, okay. That's what I mean. Okay. Okay, so now what is left is Nahi part. What did you learn about Nahi? Nahi is also a command. It's a command, and normally commands are given to the al-mukhatab, similar to Amr, Failul Amr. So Nahi is also for the second person. And it is a forbidding command. You command someone not to do something. It's exactly opposite to Failul Amr. But here Nahi is also there for first person and third person, like Lamul Amr in Amr part. Here it is not anything special. Here it is Nahi only. It's called Nahi only. Nahi for first person is also there, third person is also there. But again, here it means strong recommendation, strong forbidding recommendation, I would say. Strong forbidding. Okay, this is what it will mean for first and third person. Okay, that is nahi. So let's look at the nahi before we do the emphasis for that. La taf'al, don't do. So this is a direct order to the mukhatab. So it will be la taf'al, don't do. What about antuma? La taf'ala antum. La taf'alu anti. La taf'ali antuma. La taf'ala antunna. La taf'alna. Very good. Then the nahi for the third person is la yaf'al, which will mean he should not do, a forbidding recommendation. La yaf'al, la yaf'ala, la yaf'alu, la taf'al, la taf'ala, la yaf'alna. Okay. La af'al, la naf'al. This is fi'lun nahi. Okay. Now let's, so no, the emphasis is therefore a nahi also, and it will be done using noon thaqila or noon khafifa, but does not require lamut ta'qeed. Let's do that for ma'ruf. La taf'alanna. La taf'alanna doesn't require lamut ta'qeed. Correct? Now antuma. So it will be la taf'alani. Very good. La taf'alunna. La taf'alinna. La taf'alani. La taf'alnani. Okay. Now for the third person, al-ghaib, it will be la yaf'alanna. La yaf'alani. La yaf'alunna. La taf'alanna. La taf'alani. La yaf'alnani. La af'alanna. La naf'alanna. Okay, so don't go this literally on this translation which I have given here. Don't do, actually there should be 2 exclamatory mark. Definitely you can omit. I will correct it inshallah. 2 exclamatory mark because noon thaqila gives double emphasis. Don't do. He should not do. Again, 2 exclamatory marks. That's how you can express the translation. Okay. Now let's do that for majhul. Oh no, sorry. For noon khafifa. Now tell me, la taf'alan. Then it is not valid. Then la taf'alun. La taf'alin. Not valid. Then it is also not valid. Huwa version, la yaf'alan, then not valid. La yaf'alun, la taf'alan, not valid, not valid. This is the simplest one, la fa'lan, la naf'alan. Okay. This is with noon khafifa. Okay. Okay, let's see now the majhul form of nahi. The revision. La yuf'al. It should not be done. Without emphasis. This is without emphasis. La yuf'al. La yuf'al, la yuf'ala, la yuf'alu, la tuf'al, la tuf'ala, la yuf'alna. لا تفعل لا تفعلا لا تفعلوا لا تفعلي لا تفعلا لا تفعلنا لا أفعل لا نفعل. Okay. Now with emphasis. نون ثقيلة. لا يفعلن. لا يفعلان. لا يفعلن. لا تفعلن. لا تفعلان. لا يفعلنان. لا تفعلن. لا تفعلان. لا تفعلن. لا تفعلن. لا تفعلان. لا تفعلنان. لا أفعلن. لا نفعلن. Brothers and sisters, is it becoming monotonous for you, or are you sleeping by getting these similar things? Because I'm not asking you. Okay. Because I think you will know this. I'm not asking. Is it exciting? MashaAllah, good. Okay. That's Arabic is exciting. So you fall into sleep most of the time. No, you have to focus. That's why I keep engaging you people. Why? Because I do not want to sleep, because they look all similar charts. So you have to focus. Okay. Now with noon khafifa majhul. La yuf'alan, not valid. La yuf'alun. La tuf'alan, not valid, not valid. La tuf'alan. Huma antuma is not valid. La tuf'alun. La tuf'alin. Antuma, antunna. Then ana la uf'alan. Nahnu la nuf'alan. Okay. So you finish the emphasis for fi'l al-Mudaare, which requires lam al-Taaqeed, amr, which only requires noon thaqila and noon khafifa, and an-nahi only requires noon thaqila and noon khafifa. Okay, so do this as a homework. Okay, brothers and sisters, I hope you enjoyed today's class. So I will make an early exit today, 5 minutes early, because we finished the topic. I do not want to overburden you with another new topic. Homework. Okay, I will show you again. Okay. Barakallahu feekum. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Tomorrow will be the Quran session in Urdu, and next week from Monday there will be Arabic.